I made a video about Ark Manning, right? And I was very nice on that video. Yet 3 white males still came on that video to call me all type of words. You know, the R word. I even had a hoodie on, and one of those racist dudes even called me a hoodie. I guess that's a white diss towards a black male. I don't really give a damn. On this video, I'm gonna tell the absolutely truth about Manning, and I'm gonna do it with more educational purpose fire than I did in the last video. Your white hero Ark Manning is an overrated bum. He's non-talented. He is not good. I've been watching that kid for 4 years in high school. Stop making these BS excuses for him. The real story is Malik Murphy outplayed Quinn, and he way outplayed Ark Manning to the point you have to question, how was Manning even a top 20 quarterback? He has a noodle arm, no strength at all. He can't make the sideline throws, which is what you're going to need in the NFL. Yet no one is talking about it. Everybody keeps calling him a baby. He's only 17. Wake up, Sherlock. Majority of the kids who come to college are 17 because they all come in January instead of the summer now. They've been doing that for the last 30 years because that's how you get your position and your playing time and you get acclimated to the game. Quit using these weak excuses. This is the #1 ranked quarterback, not just #1 ranked quarterback. He's the #1 ranked player, which is pure garbage. The people who put these players in these positions are handlers who do look at race, because if Manning didn't have that last name and he was a black dude or just a regular white guy from Arkansas, he would not be overhyped like that. There are plenty white quarterbacks way better than Ark Manning who didn't get the nod over him, and that's not fair. There are plenty black quarterbacks and Hispanic quarterback. This is not about a race thing from my side. I started off my other video saying I love the Mannings. I don't really like Eli because he's not elite to me, but Peyton is elite as they come. Quit comparing Ark Manning to Peyton Manning. It's offensive. And then all you race hustlers and you race baiters, stop making this about race because you don't really watch football, because you don't really study the game or understand the game. I'm the racist one, but yeah, here comes your dumb ass who comes in my comment section, who comes in my video, don't know me from a square paint, and tells me that, oh, Ark Manning, he's a better dude than you. He'll take your girlfriend. His family is wonderful. They're great people. Shut the fuck up. Who gives a fuck about his family if we're talking about football right now? You people are weird, and you prove me correct. He's overrated, and he has weirdo casual fans who don't watch football. And thank you for proving me correct, because there hasn't been one football fan to disagree with me. I don't care if they're white, black, Spanish, they've all agreed with me. Ark Manning's been overrated. I called him overrated 2.5 years ago. Factual. Go watch my video. This is nothing brand new. I'm actually scared for the kid. You guys put so much expectation on a kid who's not even a top 20 quarterback. You put so much expectation on him, it has to break that kid. I hope next year he comes back stronger. At least this season alone, he builds a mental fortitude in his head to handle with the pressure he's going to face. And Malik Murphy is transferring. Even if they let him get in some of the games this year, he is transferring. He already sees the politics. They made Quinn Ewers the starter without even putting him to any real competition. How do you make Quinn the automatic starter when he got outplayed by Murphy and what's the overrated quarterback? Ark Manning got outplayed. But yeah, and I'm not out here to cry racism, and because this is bigger than racism with Murphy. I don't think it has anything to do with racism. It has everything to do with the white hype, meaning Quinn Ewers is the face of Texas high school football for 3 years. Then you got Manning, who's, I guess the last name makes him royalty. I don't know why people keep saying that crap. AJ Hawk and his family, they're white. To me, that's a royal family. Go look at AJ's Hawk's family. The Matthews, and you know, all things, the Hawk family and the Matthews, they're all families, cousins, uncles, and all that. That's football royalty. You know what I mean? Every single one of them excelled at the sport. But yet you're calling Manning royalty? Man, Bronny James, I don't even agree with Bronny James being highlighted so much because I think he's overrated. Am I racist too? I got videos calling LeBron James' son overrated. He's all right, but he's overrated, right? Just like Ark Manning could be okay, but he's overrated. overrated. He might be okay, but he's not at the level that you all have put him on, and you're saying he is. ESPN don't count, so don't bring that crappy ass network to me. No wonder they're laying off 7,000 people or 700, whatever it is. Every year they offload and all these employees because ESPN is a trash network. And I said that ESPN will go on anything that'll bring views or anything that their handlers give them, meaning i.e. money or whatever. That's the Manning family. You're not going to find any analyst tell the truth about Ark Manning. So miss me with that. I know they're watching my videos and they're clicking like because I say the things that their salary forbids them to say. You feel what I'm saying? Their contracts and salary forbids them to tell the truth on politics like this. And it is politics. That's why Murphy is going to transfer, because Murphy knows no matter how good he is, which he's a 5-star quarterback from California. I think he also played for DeSoto, but he's not going to get the nod because that oil money over there in Texas is too thick, meaning that it's too much of it. And those guys do not want to see this kid all the way from California with dreads and outplaying their guys. You know their guys, Ark Manning and Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers is too fidgety. He's a good quarterback, but he is not a #1 ranked quarterback. I'm sorry, it's the truth. He has an okay arm. I don't want to hate on the kid. The thing about Quinn is his decision making. People keep saying Malik Murphy can't find his first read. These are racist liars who don't know about football. I seen Murphy looked at his first reads, got it. Even his second reads, he used it to his advantage, even when he threw one of the bombs. But yeah, I seen Ark Manning couldn't even handle the first read at all. They didn't say anything about it. These Texas fans are now taking a crap on Malik Murphy because he did something great during the game. He didn't call anybody out. He didn't criticize his teammates. He just outshined them and outplayed them. Now everybody's saying Malik Murphy he's the overrated one. He's just a quarterback eye candy that needs more time. He's been in the offense for 2.5 years. That's a lie. Murphy has been on the team for only 1 year. This is going to be his second year. He was a true freshman last year, but his senior season of high school, he had a little bit injuries here. And when he went to college, he had a little bit more injuries. So what did that do? It made him injury prone, so they redshirted him. So he is a redshirt freshman this year, a young quarterback. Most coaches, I'm sorry, after I seen that spring performances, most coaches would make him the starter. Now, here where I'm going to be fair with Coach Steve. I'm not at their practices every day. Maybe Murphy hasn't played like that during practice, but we can all agree. Coach Steve made Quinn the starter prematurely because he had pressure from the boosters and everybody else around him. What coach do you know at that level of Division I football, college football at that, would actually, or any levels of football, would make this guy your quarterback who's unproven himself because he got halfway outplayed last year by the other quarterback? I don't know the white guy's name. So this year he comes in the spring. You know Ark Manning is no competition at all. He's overrated. But you know Malik Murphy gave Quinn some type of competition. But yeah, you come out of that spring game and say Quinn is your man. Quinn is your starter. That's how you lose your locker room. Because I don't know if Coach Steve looked on Twitter. I know some players are going to get suspended. Some of his Texas players hit Twitter and they all came to a conclusion. It was prematurely to name Quinn the starter. They said that locker room leader has been Murphy. You know, Quinn came into Texas last year, just like Murphy did. So it's not a complete lie for these players to say Murphy has that locker room. So you got a guy who has the locker room. You got players risking their student status and athletic status by going to Twitter and accusing their coach of being biased. That you guys are going to see the story break. If ESPN and Fox News and all these networks have any, educational purpose nuts, then I expect them to give the big news coming out. I think only Jason Whitlock will talk on issues like that. That's why I love and respect Jason Whitlock. He's a conservative black man like me. Us conservative black dudes are the best dudes in the world for anybody to be around, and that's factual. Now, the truth is, If Murphy becomes a starter, it looks bad for the booster money. It looks bad for Texas and for the race people out there. It doesn't look good at all. They don't want to see this black guy, this fake Vince Young to them, because since Vince Young, they've had quarterbacks who they've turned into running backs, tight ends, gimmicks like that. If you are a black quarterback and you go play for Texas, they will, if your name is not Vince Young, they will relocate your position into maybe the kicker, maybe a cornerback. I mean, a defensive back, or maybe a linebacker, maybe a tight end, a running back, a fullback. They're gonna do something gimmicky with you. Murphy is a legit quarterback. If you follow football like me, you've seen that kid throughout high school versus Ark Manning. Ark Manning didn't have anything where I could say he's even a top 10 quarterback or a top 20. He played low-level media core competition in Louisiana. He got outplayed by Juju Johnson. That's the better Louisiana quarterback. Factual. There's like 7 quarterbacks in the state of Louisiana right now that are at the same age of Ark Manning, and a lot of them are coming during the summer, not even January like Ark did, and they have outplayed him. And look at his stats, y'all. Why no one is talking about that? They overhyped him. Ark Manning is scared of competition. He didn't go to any of the competitions. He is scared. He left the competition alone. He didn't play in the Elite 11. He doesn't have the mental fortitude to be a top quarterback. They hid him and hide him all year long. All several years, they've been hiding him from real competition. They've been hiding him from his own quarterback peer groups in his class, as far as the Elite 11s and the 7-on-7 drills. They made every excuses for him. Had any other quarterback not been named Manning and done the things that Manning did, they would criticize him till next year come. But because his name is Manning, he's in a privileged position to not be called out. As you guys can see, look, I'm out here, man. Malik Murphy, we know you're transferring, and I don't blame you, kid. Look, man, love your family, love your kids. Stay blessed.